Welcome back to the underside, the dirty underbelly of the Jeep, the 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee. You won't believe this, but we're actually getting pretty close because today we're doing the front half of the Fat Bob's lift, and we had to do the back half because we had the axle out last time you were here. And so Dr. Torque here has been hard at work. And so look, I gotta show you this though, because he was already figuring out the other side. And as I come in here, I'm like, what the crap is all this carnage? We got like mangled pieces of metal. There's all these broken ratchet straps. There's another one. And to come along, what have you been doing, Dr. Torque?
I did the passenger side where I was installing some core 4x4 upper and lower control arms that are adjustable, and installing the Fat Bob's lift kit and a new front upper
whatever
forward,
the thing is.
The axle end of the upper control arms. I installed new bushings. So that mangled piece of metal on the floor, that's the bushing that came off the other side.
Wow.
That was removing it.
There's more carnage and mangled metal. Look at that ratchet strap.
Yeah.
There's a story here for sure.
So on the other side, which you can probably film a little bit, there's a little tower that comes up off the top of the axle, and that's where the new bushing goes. That mangled bushing, the new one's pressed in there. And then I had a really hard time pulling that bushing back into the correct place to be able to bolt the upper control arm into it. And a lot of people are saying, oh, just use a ratchet strap to pull it into place, and that did not work. I broke 3 ratchet straps in 5 different ways.
Holy smokes.
And ended up actually having to get a come along to do that.
Yeah, because so you're changing out that's getting changed out, and then this up here is getting changed out. The spring obviously is getting changed out, and then the strut. After all that, I bet you've learned a bunch.
Yeah, I learned maybe next time take it somewhere. It doesn't sound like something I do.
Sometimes that is what we learn. We go, like when we did the rear drum brakes on my Ranger, I was like, I don't want to do that again, ever.
Yeah, Jake's never wants to do drum brakes ever again in his life.
No, and we have the 70 LTD coming up.
I have better brake tools now.
That's good, and we're going to change the front out to actual disc. But yeah, so we do learn some things. Okay, so wow. So after all the carnage, you now what are we doing differently on this side? What's the order, and how are we doing it differently?
So the order basically, I guess, is we're going to take off this sway bar link. We're going to take off the shock, and by removing those 2 items, it'll allow us to lower this side down quite a bit. We'll probably be able to pull the spring out at that point. Then I'm not sure if I want to do the upper or the lower first this time. I did the lower first on the other side, and then I tried to do that upper.
Okay, right, yeah.
And so most of the people online say that this side isn't as hard.
Really?
They better be correct.
Especially after what you went through on the other one.
Oh, let me show you something.
Yeah, when I got here, I could hear the stress in his voice. I was like, are you okay? He's like, maybe.
I thought I was doing much better.
And that's after I got here. I think he did great considering what we're hearing about on the destruction side. My gosh, look at that. What a mangled up mess. That's the new one. You could probably resell that.
Yeah, I'll put it on eBay.
Free. Somebody come get it.
I went with OEM parts for these because bushings, a lot of times if you buy them at a part store, are not as good quality. So I went with actual, since this is such a pain to replace.
Yeah.
I went with actual Chrysler parts from Mopar.
Sense.
Move over, power approaching rapidly. That's what that means.
Is that what the official definition is?
I shouldn't tell you what the derogatory one, because then you'll want to say it all the time.
He's always doing that to the Ford.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You'll have to go look up your own derogatory comments. So anyway, that's the part number. The 5208.
Operator. I don't know. I have no idea.
Performance.
No, you can't turn it into a positive. Beautiful.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to tear into it.
Get ready to roll. What's your box of goodies there, Dr. Torque?
These are the upper and lower front control arms from Core 4x4.
Foam?
That's just packing.
Packing. Interesting stuff. Pay attention to the parts, though. That's what's important. Obviously, those go together. It's a screw and a nut and another shafty thing. Beautiful. Goes in. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cranking.
It is, because it's almost completely all the way in, if not all the way in on this one. No, this one has a little room. The front one on the other side, or the lower one, I had to screw absolutely as far as it would go to get it to line up with where it was.
So it's an obvious one. It's just adjust how the holes line up. You can't.
With the old one, to get it close, we're still going to need to take it somewhere to get aligned, and then they might have to actually take one end or the other loose on this. Suckers.
Yeah, they can do that.
To do the alignment.
Because that's how you adjust it.
Yeah, these are, you know, adjustable ones because there's a lift on it. These actually can help realign the whole front axle.
Longer. Your top trigger. Thank you. Oops, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What the heck just happened?
The shock came apart.
Holy moly!
Carnage!
Wow! Holy cow! I've never seen that.
Did you ever wonder what the oil inside a shock looks like?
It looks like really gross. You know, it looks like almond milk, which is also really gross. I don't care what you say. It's not as good as regular milk, but holy moly! Did you get like
I took slight
collateral damage?
Not as bad as it could have been.
No.
I'm really glad that's what gave.
Holy smokes!
Instead of something in the engine compartment, I was like, what could be there that's this color?
Oh no, that was a surprise.
But everything's lubed now.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
That was sort of almost cool.
That was actually really cool. That was way cool in a sort of uncool sort of way. Okay, well, we got a little cleanup to do, and wow. I'm just a little shocked by that. Bam. Have you ever had that happen?
No, I've never had it.
What actually did happen?
The shock, I don't know, I guess the way you were turning it, I was holding the body up here, and apparently the shafts turned enough times inside here that it broke loose.
That's crazy. Well, now we know what's on the inside. I didn't know what the fluid looked like.
Well,
what is that?
We're using that one. It's oil of some sort.
Whoa. Okay. We're off to a good start. We're bringing the excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got to figure out what to do. All right, stand by. This calls for a little bit more drastic measures. We're going to just cut this. Oh, that was bright. We're going to try to cut that flange up a little bit. Or off or down or something. Oh, yeah, you could just rotate around it, huh?
Yeah, well, I can just turn this.
Yeah, since it's completely freewheeling.
Like see some more sparks?
Sparky.
Stand by.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to clamp that baby. And then we're going to try the top.
It's slippery for some reason.
That's weird. That's very odd.
See, this is like threaded down here or something.
That's what we unthreaded.
You just totally screwed it out of the bottom part of the shock, I guess.
Well, we stripped it out of there. That's crazy. This thing is tight up here at the top. That's not good. Everybody ready? Here we go. And ratchet.
There you go.
And Bob's your uncle. And Bob really is my uncle. Like normally I could handle that. Okay, done. Man, impressive go-go gadget arm right there. Okay, now that that bolt is out, what are you tackling next?
There's a bolt on the upper end of this upper control arm. The back in here, this rubber buggy bumper.
Buggy bumper.
Yeah, this rubber control. Wow. Rubber cap. Let's call it a rubber cap.
Rubber cap.
It covers that hole, and you need to pry it out. But be careful. It comes out easy. It's really flexible rubber. Don't get rough with it. You can poke a hole in it.
Yeah.
That comes out and you throw it somewhere. And then this is a 13 millimeter deep socket that you need to get on this, and you'll see why when I get it out. And then on the other side, way back behind this, all this stuff here, There's actually a nut that's 15 millimeter.
It's also free spinning.
Correct. So on the back is this flag nut, and that's supposed to catch on something and keep it from spinning. But the problem is you're pushing on the bolt head.
Oh,
it moves it away from it where it's being held. Yeah. So in perfect world,
it sort of works, but not really.
In a perfect world, it would stay where it is, and the bolt head would come this direction.
It'd been a piece of cake.
But that's not. We're not living in a perfect world.
Come on, get out of there, you sucker. Okay, got it out. Look at that. Okay, that's different looking bolt.
So that's why you need a deep socket.
Yeah, I should say so. Why do they have it like that?
I think it's so you can get it deep into that hole without dropping it.
You're probably right,
you get a better hold on it when you're trying to thread the needle.
Harder to strip, that's for sure. Try that sucker on out of there. You can't fight us forever. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, that's it. That's how sucker's out. And it's still good, so you're going to offer that up to anybody that needs one. That's actually, no joking aside, that is still a good part. Well, that is quite a drastic difference in the way the parts look. Wow. That one's way cooler looking. From Fat Bob's?
No, not from Fat Bob's.
That's not Fat Bob's?
No, this is Core 4x4.
Oh, we better post that in case somebody's looking for components.
Yeah, all of these control arms, and then that upper ball joint spacer on the back when we did the rear lift is from Core 4x4.
Cool.
Fat Bob's, I got shocks and springs.
Shock springs. Okay, cool. So you're just kind of lining up the same spacing. So you got to go in like a half a turn or something. Is that what you're doing? Is matching up the spacing?
Pretty much.
Let us descend. Okay. Okay.
So
that's a fancy gun you got there.
Yeah, we need to remove this bushing from the thing it's pressed into.
Holy moly, that was fantastic.
Did you get it?
Wow, I did. That was awesome, huh? That was like nothing. Oh yeah, see? There's the Structo. Very nice. Very nice.
Anywho.
So we got a really cool hammer time tip on that now.
Yeah, I got a hammer tip.
Ooh, I like it.
And this goes over the bushing so I don't hit the rubber at all. And then, hopefully, you can drive it home.
Drive it home, man. Wow. Well, that seemed to work really good.
Look, check that out.
Oh, it went inside?
It's just barely.
Oh, just barely? That's funny.
It's like, that's where I want to be.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, let's look and make sure that looks good. Is it coming out the other side?
It is coming out, yeah.
Okay. Well.
That seems pretty good, man. Nice work. There you go. Okay.
Got it.
I can hold this maybe right here. I can hold this.
I don't want it to move at all. Hang on.
Okay. Oh yeah, screwdriver. Screwdriver through that sucker.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful.
But you can see where we run into issues.
Yeah, there's a little slight alignment challenge here about shifting this down. This whole thing kind of moves around.
I'm starting to loosen the lower to see if it'll help us maneuver this upper end.
Oh, I got you.
It's not close.
No, it is.
The whole axle needs to go that direction a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm just going to try to loosen these bolts a little bit to see if it gives us a little more flexibility.
That sure might. I could see how that would do that.
Well, we got to go this direction and that direction a bunch.
That ended up being a good call because Dr. Torker's like, you know what if we take this loose, which should hopefully let this shift over, and it did. I'm not going to say it dropped in, but it almost did. That's a whole lot closer. So, yay. Okay. So we got to do some shifting around and some adjusting, but it's barely if it is. Yeah.
Okay, now we need to worry about the other side.
Yeah.
Which may or may not be anywhere close.
Let's go take a look. Success. We got it in. That was a challenge, but it's in now, so that was a good call.
Honestly, removing more stuff made it easier. I was afraid if we remove too much stuff, it's just gonna like be really unwieldy.
The whole thing might fall over.
But it made things a lot easier. So,
it did. That was a win.
Taking the track bar loose made a big difference, but I also had the lower control arm bolt out of the front, which may or may not have made a difference, but that's how we did it.
And we had to take that out anyway. It all has to come out, so that's pretty cool. So now we finished taking out the lower control arm. And then we put the new one of those back in and hope it goes smoothly. You already have it out.
Well,
I was like, I look away for a second.
Well, we already had this bolt out. We just had to take that one out.
That's awesome.
It's the easiest bolt to get to on this side.
So that one is just like, you were right, all the way in, as far as it'll go, matches that one. So there's a lot of extension outward.
Yeah, this can go out like this far.
You can put like double the lift on it. Okay, cool. What do you have there, Dr. Torque? What exactly are those babies?
These are spacers that came with the lower control arms, and there's a thick one and a thin one. And I couldn't find any instructions anywhere online, so I emailed the manufacturer and asked them how they install. And they said the thick one goes to the axle side, if I remember correctly, and the thin one goes up to the body.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's a terrible slug. That'll never get you a free game at the arcade. No. That's way too thick.
And they also said they put them on the outside of the control arm, and that way it pushes the control arm further in for more tire clearance.
Oh, okay. Well, also it might just line up better compared to the other, if it has anything like the top one.
The bottom one should be easier to line up. 3 hands.
Yeah. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can get your glove stuck in there.
See? Good job. And that's it. It just swings down like that.
Yeah, that's the new that's the new way.
It's the new way. This is the way.
Oh boy. We don't want Disney after us.
No. What are you talking about? There's nothing Disney. They don't have a patent on this is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. So now this one is tight that direction now. So I have to actually pull it up some to get it in that hole.
The spacers on the outside anyway. So
yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. So, cool. Okay, so you got the spacer in there. Both of them? No, one of them. One of them goes down here. The big one goes down here.
The big one goes down here. And I need to...
You go, bolt in. That was like nothing after a couple dozen tries.
Why was it so tight the first few tries?
Yeah, I don't know, man, but...
I think the secret was to use the bolt to pull the axle back a little bit.
That worked good. Sweet. Oh, man. It's springtime.
It is springtime. Look, it's raining.
It'll be snow in a minute. That's how you know it's springtime in North Idaho, is by the snow. Strap those to the bottom of your feet and you can jump around like Wile E. Coyote, man.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there was a Wile E. Coyote one where he strapped springs to the bottom of his feet. I'm almost positive.
There was.
Look at that. Beautiful. Done.
Finished.
So,
let's drive it.
Just drive it. What do we like next? What are you doing next?
Well, we might want to lower the jack slightly.
Okay.
So I can put this thingy bob
Get that in there. All right, so
I'll tell you when.
Don't go past that part. That's what we're saying.
Exactly. Stop.
That's almost nearly perfect. Oh, it is perfect. Well done. That's we're ready for the baby buggy
rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Baby buggy bumpers. That's what we're ready for. We're gonna put those on and put that sucker on there. Yeah, well done. Shock's too long.
I think I'm really strong, or these are really weak shocks. I'm not sure, but that was really easy.
Was it?
I just went. I mean, I prepared for it to be really a lot of work.
So you were really ready to, you gave it the beans.
I gave it the beans.
Wonder where that saying came from. You gave it the beans.
I'm not
Unless
sure.
you made it up yourself, which would be really cool if you did.
I didn't do it.
No.
Lots of people say that on the interwebs.
Give it the beans. All right, nice. The beans are done. All right, nipple side down, then cup side.
Yeah, and try to center it if you can.
Okay. And then this, no gloves, like I say, so we don't drop nothing. Okay, this part is a little tricky, but because we don't have, the tops of those do not have any nuttage on them. I don't know if that's a good word or not.
There's no hex.
Look,
There's
no hex head on them. That's what I was saying. We're going to clamp these with these guys and see if I can hold them. Probably have a little bit more room to go.
Okay.
Carefully, okay?
You ready?
Yep, go for it.
Are you watching?
I'm watching, man. Oh, it sucked it down right tight. Oh yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Just got to be a little ingenuitive. How is that word I'm trying to think of? I show a little ingenuity, but what if you're showing some ingenuity? You know what I'm trying to say. That's what we did, and it worked. So now that we have that done, the next step is to crank things down. But we don't want to just tighten it as is, right? We want to like lift this up.
Yeah, you want to tighten the bushings or the bolts that go through the bushings when it's, you know, on the wheels basically. That way, when the vehicle's at rest, the bushings don't have stress put on them. Because if you tighten them this way and then you put the weight of the vehicle on it, it's going to twist that rubber in the bushings some.
Oh, right. Good
And
point.
so it's gonna.
Yeah.
You want the bushing to be able to twist this way a little bit and this way a little bit as you're going, you know, hitting bumps and going.
Yeah.
You know,
So centered when it's just at rest.
at rest.
Not centered when it's fully extended and then it cranks up. Then it would really be bad. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we're going to just raise up both the jacks.
Yeah, so we're going to pretend the wheels are on by putting a jack under each end and lift it until it starts pulling it up off the jack stands. Not off the jack stands, but, you know, the weight of the vehicle will be on the... On the springs will be, you know, holding most of the weight. And then we'll be able to tighten all of the bolts that are going through the bushings.
I like it. Okay, let's do some cranking. Synchronized is what we're doing.
Yeah, that's it.
You got it. All right, sweet. It's out. Now to check out the new one. That's another heavy duty piece. Whoa, look at the difference in sizes on that one. Wow. I'd say that looks slightly beefier. That's awesome. Really cool. All right. Well, after much fighting, because we're like, this bolt is lined up, we can see it. We decided we better take it out and check. And this one fits over on this side, no problem. But when you go over to this side,
which is where that bolt goes.
Yeah, it does not fit. It does not fit. And this isn't one that goes through to a nut that we could change anyway, which we wouldn't want to. But even if we did, you can't because it doesn't. It goes into like a fixed thread in there. So the only solution now is to drill it out. When in doubt, drill it out. There we go. There we go. Let's put that sucker, check it. Yeah, that's a good idea to check it before.
Before I climb under there again?
Yeah, yeah.
Feel like some grease.
No, we got plenty of grease everywhere.
Plenty to choose from.
All right, get that back in. And then try this again. And I bet you it works a whole lot better. I'm just guessing, but I bet you. I bet you. I turned that on right in my face. That was a really bright light. Okay, take two. This one is for all the marbles.
It's testing the integrity of this bolt.
Yeah, it was good. I bet you this one goes in now. Man, who made this again?
Core 4x4.
Core 4x1 or 2 more like it. Not even, maybe 3.
Okay, so that's not tight yet.
Okay, yeah, we don't want that tight till we get the other side on.
Yep.
Although it should.
So I'm going to have you jack this up again.
Okay, all right. Raise the drawbridge.
Does it need to go out more?
No, actually, I think it might be by the time it pivots up there. Oh, nope. Wow, that pivots a lot. Go out good full turn. Maybe 1.5.
Well, I want the grease zerk pointed down.
Okay, then it's one or the other, man. Let's do it again. Might as well fancy it up. Oh, that's just almost perfect.
Oh,
it's almost beautimous. I mean, that's as close gets.
So I know you don't want me to do it this way.
No.
But I'm going to put the bolt in from this side and put the nut on the back side.
I do.
I know you don't like. I know you don't like that, Jake.
Oh, I like it, man. That's a stupid way of having it the other way.
Bippity boppity boop.
Yep.
Oh, Disney's probably going to get us again.
Stinking mouse. That sure looks a whole lot beefier than what was in there. My goodness.
And it's adjustable, so
yeah.
When they do the alignment, they'll be able to center the wheels, you know, the axle side to side, so one wheel isn't sticking out and the other's tucked way under.
I love it. We did it. That is put together, and now we have something very important as I spin in a circle for some unknown reason to do, and that is we have to swap out both. Well, why don't you tell us, as this is your project, Dr. Torque? What are we doing here? What is the decision that must be made?
Well, these are the original wheels right here.
The golden, from the golden Jeep, before it was renamed Jasper.
And these are wheels off of a newer Wrangler.
I like your pointer, Dr. Torque. Oh, it's your pointer. You got a
magnet
saggy.
with a light in it.
It's nice. And these are off of what?
Off of a Wrangler, a newer Wrangler. I don't know exactly what.
I think they look awesome. They look awesome. I like the color. I definitely like the size. That is a whole lot bigger, isn't it?
They might be a whole lot too bigger.
Possibly. Well, we're going to test it out.
I'm going to see if we can rip the fenders off of it.
That's it. How do you know if it's good? Unless you can rip the fenders off. Well, let's see if we can put those babies on and find out if they fit.
They're better than Raptor wheels.
Yeah, that's for darn sure. Wow. Holy smokes.
Right now, you're already...
Oh my gosh, I can't...
Clickety click. Click.
Nice. Everything is ready to pull it out and let it be examined in the world. Oh my goodness. That's gonna look so awesome. Okay, let's get this baby started, huh? Oh man, what does it look like? Let me see this. What? Let's go to the other side. I think where the light's better. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's crazy. When you look back here, you can really see how high of a lift we put on it and then how much these fill in. I mean, what do you think, man?
It's about the look I want. I'm still concerned a little bit about the tires rubbing.
Oh, that looks so good and so new, and with the lift and those size tires, it looks like it came from the factory that way. I love when that happens. When you do something like this, like that would look like we did a little bit of a lift. It's not bad, but
a lift, and then it looks like we have like Ritz crackers for the back tires.
Yeah, exactly. That looks good. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is awesome. Let's put the back ones on and see what that looks like. Oh man. All you gotta do is torque them. You got them torqued? Okay. Let's go look and see what it's like on the side. Come on, Dr. Torque. Dude, that looks so good. That looks so awesome. What a major transformation. Are you happy with this? You will be. He's very worn out. It's been a long day and a long project. And it really has. There's been so much work on this rig that's been done. I mean, we started out, was it the engine work first? We figured out the engine was blown. It's changing that out. And then it went to, was it brake work? What happened after that?
The axles and ball joints on the front.
Axles, ball joints. Then what?
I have to look back through your videos.
There was so much. Clear back to the rear axle and the brakes back there. We did the shocks. We did the electrical. We fixed the hitch, which was Jeep's fix for exploding gas tanks. I mean, we did a ton on this thing. And now, look at the beauty. Behold! How awesome is that? Are you as excited about this as we are? This man's excited. You just can't tell because he's super tired right now.
Woo! All new control arms front and rear. Stock ones in the rear.
New control arms, right?
Stock ones in the rear, and then the core 4x4 in the front, and we did a new adjustable track bar.
How big is the lift?
It's supposed to be 2.5 inches.
2.5 inches. And these tires, the overall, are how much bigger?
I don't know.
They're bigger. You saw it.
I'd have to do math.
You saw it. I love it. I am very happy with this project. What a cool journey. If you haven't watched all of them, go back and check it out. After this, we're going to be working on a bike. It's really cool. It's a XL 600R. But go back to the beginning. He's going to help too. Go back to the beginning. Check this out. Thanks for going on this journey with us because it was awesome. We love you. On behalf of Motors and Mischief, it's Uncle Jake. It's Dr. Torque. It's a 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Was first the Golden Jeep and now has been renamed as Jasper. The awesomeness. We love you. We're going to take you out to Fist Bump Friendship. Whoop-ow! Oh, and don't forget, if you like Jeeps, give us a thumbs up. If you think this looks better, give us a thumbs up.
Comment.
Tell us what we think.
Tell us we're stupid. Whatever.
We'll take it. Have a good rest of the day. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Call today. Operators are standing by. We take all forms of credit cards.
Okay.
I got the camera pointed at me. That's the wrong direction. Look here. Try a new tool. Especially. You probably can't even sell that shock now.
Yeah, I'll put it on eBay.
It needs rebuilt.
Yeah.
Just rebuild it. A bean a day keeps the doctor away.
Really?
Probably because you don't smell good if you eat beans.
Wow.
These bean jokes are going great. I'm very happy with these. I think that's the best one. They would keep the doctor away. Hey, it's no worse than when you were laughing at last time.
I don't remember.
With the fart sounds on them. When we were putting oil in. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I can laugh about the doctor joke. All right, are we ready?
I'm far ready.
They're hurting their back. The Raptor has massively heavy wheels and it's junk. And apparently I had something to do with the new policy that they don't rotate tires on oil changes. I don't think it was my fault though. Oh, that come on your face. There you go. Hope you got more stuff. Hold on, you got stuff all over your face. It's like it's raining or something. There you go. You're welcome. It was a good plan. It was a good plan until it all went wrong. Yeah.